The Story of Passover by David A. Adler, illustrated by Jill Weber. The miraculous story of how Moses was saved as an infant and then grew up to lead his people out of slavery. The story of Passover begins more than 3,000 years ago when Jacob and his family settled in Egypt. Jacob was called Israel, and his family were called the children of Israel. They were also called Hebrews because of the language they spoke. Many years passed. Jacob and his children had all died. To the Pharaoh, the ruler of Egypt, the children of Israel were outsiders. He was afraid that one day they would rebel. To control them, he made them slaves. He forced them to do hard work. They were beaten. Some were killed. The wise men of Egypt told the Pharaoh that one day a Hebrew boy would be born who would lead his people against Egypt. They couldn't tell him which boy it would be, so the Pharaoh decreed that every newborn Hebrew boy must be thrown into the river and drowned. One boy was saved. At first, his mother hid him. Then, when he grew too big to hide, she placed him in a small basket. She put the basket in the river. The baby's sister, Miriam, hid nearby to see what would happen. A princess, the Pharaoh's daughter, found the baby. She named him Moses and planned to raise him as her own child. Miriam ran to her. "Should I get you someone to help you with the baby?" "Yes," the princess said. Miriam brought the baby's mother to work in the palace. Moses was adopted by the princess, but he knew he was one of the children of Israel. When he was a young man, he saw an Egyptian beat a slave. Moses attacked the Egyptian and killed him. Then he ran away. Moses settled far from Egypt. He married and worked as a shepherd. One day, while Moses was watching his sheep, he saw a bush burning. There were flames, but the bush wasn't harmed. "Moses, Moses," a voice called from the bush. "Yes, here I am." God spoke to Moses from the burning bush. He told Moses to lead the children of Israel out of Egypt. Moses and his older brother, Aaron, went to the Pharaoh. They asked him to let the children of Israel go free. The Pharaoh refused. He forced the children of Israel to work even harder. Moses and Aaron warned him that if he didn't let the Hebrews go, the waters of Egypt would turn to blood. The Pharaoh refused, and the waters turned to blood. That was the first plague to strike Egypt. There were 10. Frogs covered the land. a thick cloud of lies swarmed over Egypt. This is where we will end the reading for today, and we will pick it up next week. But I encourage you to go to Epic.books and look up the story of Passover and then read up to this point. As I upload onto my YouTube channel, we will talk about this story up to this point, and also I'll give you the assignment that goes with it.